There is one question that if you ask a seller before you go on the appointment, it will increase your odds of taking that listing by at least 80%. Want to know what that question is? Perfect. Stay tuned to another episode of Real Estate Success Mastery TV coming up in a second. Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Sales Mastery TV. I am your host, Chatty Bazzi, a real estate coach and trainer, and I'm on a mission to help you master the art of selling so you can take more listings than you are right now, sell more homes much faster than you ever have, work less, and build a business by design. A business you absolutely love that gives you the money, time, and freedom that you deserve. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello and welcome to another episode of Real Estate Success Mastery TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate your time. I value your time, and I'm going to give you a lot of value today. If you're a listing agent and or a person who wants to become more of a listing agent and take more listings, then I got a special treat for you. What I'm going to expose you today is the single one question that you got to make a part of 100% of your qualifiers here on forward that will increase your odds of taking a listing over 80% of the times. Would you like that? Of course you would. So what is the question? So the question is, and you're going to be asking this question to your sellers before you go on the appointment. And I don't care where in the qualifier you're going to ask that question. It doesn't matter. You're just going to ask that question. You're going to get a pen and paper ready. You're going to write down the answers, and it's going to take you to the next level on your listing presentation. So what is the question? The question is, tell me specifically, Mr. Seller, or Mrs. Seller in that case, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, tell me specifically, what is it that you are looking for in a real estate professional like me? So keywords here is tell me specifically, what is it that you are looking for in a real estate professional like me? Okay, what is it that you're looking for? So that is the question. I know it sounds like a basic question, but it is literally the basic stuff that gives you the advanced results. And if you want advanced results, take this on and try it with your next seller. But now there's a process that follows that, and I'm going to walk you through the process. Now what happens is when you ask that question, a lot of times you're going to get very common responses from the sellers. Some of the most common responses is, we just want to get our home sold. We just want someone that's going to sell our house, etc. Whatever it is, you want to go above and beyond those little commonalities. And you want to try to get to the specifics because as I said to you earlier, the key word is specifically. Okay. And what you want to do is you want to identify at least 3 different things that the seller is looking for. That's going to help them make a decision. Okay. So I put down number 1, you want to get a minimum of 3 responses. A minimum of three responses. So to play along, some sellers might say something along the line of, we want someone who's got a track record, or we want someone who is going to, constantly be in communication with us. Or they are going to say, we want someone with a comprehensive marketing plan, or someone that's going to hold our home open. Whatever it is, you got to pay attention to the clues they're giving you because they're telling you exactly who it is that they want to hire for the job of selling their home. Okay. And number 2, so step number 1 was ask the question. Number 2, get 3 responses. Step number 3 is show up and demonstrate that that's exactly who you are. Show up and demonstrate that that's exactly who you are and what it is that they're looking for. See, there's a lot of people that talk about a canned listing presentation, and I got nothing against that for the right personalities that canned listing presentation fits. For most people, that canned listing presentation is not going to work for them. So your greatest asset as a sales professional is your flexibility, being able to alter, shift, and change and customize your presentation in any given moment to accommodate any buyer or any seller, given the fact that you genuinely can help them out. That's the key. Okay, so you got to, inside of your listing presentation, insert those things that they are telling you they are looking for. Okay, so that's step number 3 is show up and demonstrate that that's exactly you. So if they told you, for example, that they are looking for someone with a comprehensive marketing plan, you could, rather than just show them the marketing plan, somewhere inside of your listing presentation, you can simply say, Mr. Seller, one of the main reasons why most people choose me and continue to refer their family and friends with me is simply because of the comprehensive marketing plan that I have in place. And what that means, for you or any seller I work with is that I'm able to bring them at least 4 times more buyers than the average agent in the marketplace. How do you think that would impact the overall sale of your home? See, I just fed them exactly what they said they are looking for. So what's happening when you do that? Okay, what happens is, number one, you're going to get less resistance. When you're feeding them exactly whatever it is that they told you they are wanting, number one, you're going to get less resistance. Okay, it's like, I'll give you an example. If you go to shopping somewhere at the mall, whatever you're shopping for, electronics, clothes, whatever it may be, and you have a specific thing that you're looking for in your mind, and a sales representative comes up to you, and you ask them to take a look at one thing, and then they try to take you somewhere else. Is that going to create more resistance or less resistance? That's going to create more resistance. But when you tell a sales representative exactly what it is that you are wanting, and they're being helpful and they're showing you exactly what you are wanting is right there, then what happens is, you are being less resistant. You are being more attentive, so what happens is, number one, less resistance. Number two, you get more attention and more engagement from the seller. You get more attention and more engagement from the seller. And that's exactly what we want. Something that I always talk about in my trainings, which stay tuned because I got a free training coming up for you that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. One of the things that I always talk about in my trainings is, to create more attention and more engagement, you got to really master the art of asking questions. You got to master the art of asking questions. And the listing presentation is nothing more than a conversation. One person asking a question, one person answering a question, and vice versa. So a listing presentation is nothing more than a conversation between a seller and a listing agent. And the better you are at having that conversation, the better the outcome is going to be, purely. So we said what happens when you follow the structure that I gave you is, number one, you get less resistance. Number two, you get more attention from the seller and you get a little bit more engagement. And number three is exactly what you want to happen, which is more listings. More listings. Okay. More listings. And because it was a solid conversation, you created the outcome that they are wanting. They got exactly what they are wanting. They were more attentive. They were more engagement. That you guys most likely priced it right and agreed on the right terms, which is going to equate in a sale. And it's going to equate in a sale. Everybody's going to happen. You're going to get more referrals. So again, let me repeat. The most important question you can ask a seller, periodly, hands down, must be a question that you ask for every single seller before you attend that listing presentation is, Mr. Mrs. Seller, tell me specifically, what is it that you are looking for in a real estate professional like me? And then listen. And you're looking for at least 3 responses. You're looking for at least three responses. When you get those 3 responses, okay, and then you just show up and you demonstrate that that's exactly what showed up is exactly what they are wanting by inserting in your dialogue, in your listing presentation, the things that they told you is important to them. And then what happens when you do that? Number one, you encounter less resistance. Number two, you get more, they're more attentive and more engagement during the presentation. Number 3, you get more contracts signed. Number 4, you sell the house and you get a ton of referrals. So if you enjoyed this video, then you're absolutely gonna love the free training I got coming up on Thursday, June the 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific. I'm doing a free 1-hour live workshop webinar where you can join me from anywhere. It doesn't matter what you got going on that day. You want to make sure this is in your calendar. You want to show up because I am going to deliver like I've never delivered before. Okay, so it's and to register for that webinar, simply go to shadybazzy.com/webinar. Again, that's shadybazzy.com/webinar, because on this webinar, I'm going to show you how you can convert over 80% of the appointments that you go on. The key ingredient that I'm going to show you is how to set and go on more appointments with less prospecting. Can you imagine that? I'm telling you to do less prospecting, and that's going to equal more appointments for you. Crazy, huh? Show up to the webinar and discover exactly how my clients are doing it and exactly what I'm talking about. So that's number 1. Number 2, if you haven't already subscribed to this and you're watching this on my website, I want you to subscribe to Real Estate Success Mastery TV podcast in the audio version and or the video version. It's totally up to you. We are going to be delivering that to your mobile device every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And number 3, I want you to leave me a positive review and a 5-star rating on iTunes. Would really appreciate that. And if you got a ton of value from this video and you know someone else that could benefit from it, then please forward the video along to them. Again, thank you very much. I'll see you on the webinar on Thursday, the 26th of June at 5 p.m. Take care. Bye-bye.